Hey guys, welcome to ETL Labs. Today we will talk about very important topic that is SQL queries. The top 10 SQL queries which are mostly asked in interview, right? So if you are going as a ETL QA engineer or ETL QA lead, right? Then obviously these questions will be very important. You can expect this kind of questions, right? So these questions are like top 10 questions that I have framed, and I think that which are very important for you to understand. So let's start then. Yeah. So first question that they can ask is, can you find the nth highest salary? For example, they can ask you, can you find out the fifth highest salary in a particular table, right? So to do, to solve these questions, to write a query for that, you can use either rank function. That is, so all these questions that I'm talking about, I'm going to use uh, the functions that are used in mostly the Oracle database, right? So keeping the Oracle database in my, view, I'm, I'm just going to solve all these questions. There might be slight syntax difference if you're going for any other databases, for example, SQL Server or Sybase, DB2, or any other databases, right? But these questions will work perfectly if you are using the Oracle, any version of Oracle, right? Oracle database. So okay, so you can use either rank function or you can use the row num, right? So this is one of the inbuilt column or inbuilt pseudo column that is there in Oracle. So you can use these two things, right? So let me open my terminal, the SQL database, right? And then we will try to see that how it works, right? So I have already created a table, employee table. I will show you what are the contents are there, right? So I have 20 records, all right? These 20 records. So I have columns like employee number, full name, manager number, department number, tax salary, tax status. Tax status is not updated right now. So in one of the queries, we will try to update this, yeah, based on certain case statement, okay? But yeah, these are the, the date of joining of that particular employee. All these details are there, 20 records for, for running all these queries. So what is our question? Let's say we want to find out the third highest salary. Okay. So I will just take this query and then we will try to, run this query. Probably you can go through this query. I think these are basic queries that are there. So for example, if you want to do it for third highest, you can just say 3 here. Okay. So it has given the third highest salary. All right. And when you are going for example, using the row num, you can use in both the ways, right? Using the rank or the row num. So using the row num also, you can say 3 and it will give you. So you see that 4,500 is the, sorry, 45,000 is the third highest salary. Okay. Now next question, what is the lowest salary in each department, right? So for example, let me go to one of Excel sheet I think I have created. Yeah, I will show you. So same information I have kept it here, but probably not all the records. Yeah, it will give you some information, right? Basic information. So for example, in the second question, I want to get the lowest salary in each department, right? So department wise. So for example, for department number 100, what is the lowest salary? It is 20,000. Okay. For 101 department number, lowest salary is 17. So it should give you each of the department number and then lowest salary in that department number, right? So here is a query. Let's try to run it and see if it is giving you the output. All right, so let me run it. All right, guys. So you see here the department number as we see, right? So for 100 it is 20,000, for 100 117, and for I think 103 we have only one record, maybe 103, 103. We have a single record, yeah. So it's giving 22,000. So this is how you can get the minimum salary, right? In the same question, if somebody is asking that can you get the maximum salary in each of the department? All right, so we can find out as well. Yeah. So like this you can get it. So you can use the minimum or a maximum function and that will give you. So here we are using the group by function, right? So group by is basically going to group the data based on the department number. All right. The third question, use of the case statement, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to, so there are certain cases, right? When based on certain information or based on certain fields, we want to show this is what, right? So here what we want to do is if the salary is more than 20,000, we want to say that, we want to say that first we want to display and later we will update it. So we will see that later, okay? But first we want to display that if salary is more than 20,000, then you have to say that the tax status as taxable or non-taxable, right? If it is less, then it will show you. So it is like equal condition, yeah? So more than 20,000 are equal to 20,000 both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to display the salary and then the taxable status, right? So let's try to run it and see. Let me clear it. All right, guys, let's run it. So you see that, sorry, I think I'm not able to copy it properly. Let's see. All right. So see guys, if salary is 20,000, it is showing taxable. 20,000 is still taxable. So what is non-taxable? If salary is less than 20,000, for example, 17,000 here, 12,000, 13,000, right? And here 17,000. Yeah, so if salary is less than 20,000 or equal to, okay, less than 20,000, then only it is going to give you non-taxable, right? So this is how you can actually derive the column, right? So this column status column does not exist in this particular table, right? So I have just made it, I just have taken as alias the status, right, for this because I just want to display another column, just a column, right? So uh, this is how you can do it. So we can use the case statement here, right? So case when salary is greater than equal to 20,000, then taxable else. So this is how you can use the case statement, right? Now in the same query, for example, I want to just show you. So here there is a tax status, right? In the previous query, I just showed you that how to display the tax status or any kind of whatever column name I would like to rename. Now here there is a column, physically column available in the table. I would like to update this particular column, right? Because based on the salary, I would like to say whether, for example, here it should be taxable and 17,000 it should be non-taxable, right? So this column I want to populate it, right? So how I can do it? I can use this particular query, right? So it is an update statement, which is DML statement. So in DML statement, what I'm going to do, update employee set tax status. I mean, that is the field, right? In this table, right? Tax status. Tax status will be updated to taxable or non-taxable when salary is more than greater than or equal to 20,000, then taxable, else non-taxable, right? So let me try to run this query and it should end up updating the tax status field. All right. So let me just copy it. Okay. All right. So okay. So let me run this. Yeah. So now, okay. So it says that 20 rows updated because we had only 20 rows, right? Now let's try to see that whether that column is updated. You see, guys, in the previous query, tax status column was not updated. Now it is updated here. Tax status updated, taxable and non-taxable based on salary. So this is how you can do. Now you can at the same time you can also run a commit so that it will not revert even if you log in the session. Now it is permanent, right? So once you say commit, so this is how you can get it. Okay. Now what we will say is we will see the fourth query. That is very important, right? So there are case when we want to know that how many employees have joined in each of the year, right? So we want to see the trend, right? New joiners in each of the, so that will also show that the growth of the company sometime, right? So the more number of employees joining in the recent years, it should be ascending order. So then you see that company is really growing. I mean, there is a requirement, more projects are coming into company, right? So, for example, if I would like to see that, how do I find out the number of employees in each of this year, right? How many joined? So I can just run this query, right? So here I have used it. You see that this has given you count, right? So this is the year 2021, 2019, 2020, 2012, right? So these are the number of employees which have joined that particular. So to get that from the date of joining column, which is the date field, I have just taken the year and then I have run a group by, right? So 2 char I have taken, which means only 20, means the year part I have taken, and based on that I have done the group by. I have run the group by condition. So this is how you can get, right? Now the the next one is find duplicate row in an employee table, right? So if I show you, this particular table is having some duplicates as well. Yeah. So for example, this particular record, right, and this particular record, both are same. So intentionally I have put in some duplicate record. So we would like to find out which all the records are duplicate, right? So let me run the query and we will see that which of the records are duplicate. Okay. So let me run this query. Sorry, not this one, this one. All right, guys. So let's run it. We got these, all the records are duplicate records. Okay. So if you want to see if they are duplicate, but how many times they are appearing, right? So I can just also take one of columns called count column, right? It is showing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right? So 2 times actually. If I want to remove this, so what it is going to say? These two columns were the duplicate, right? So I just wanted to show that, whichever are not duplicate, count will come as 1. So that is the reason I have filtered it here. When I say it here, right? So you know that these are the duplicate records. Means this entire record, entire row, right? So employee number, full name, manager, everything, all the columns are duplicated. That's why it is showing you, right? So this is how you can find out the duplicate. This is one of the very important question when you go for interview. They will ask you. They will try to check, because in data warehousing, when you load the data in the target table, we would like to check this particular, whether there is a duplicated data in target table or not during your ETL load, right? So this is very important thing that you should know this query, right? And also there might be a question, how do you remove the duplicate? So now you got the duplicate, right? So you got the duplicate that 2, 3, 1, 12 and 10, these are the duplicate. Now how do you remove it, right? So for removing, this is the query that you can run. Okay. So let me try to run it. One second, guys. Let me try to run it. All right. So let's run it. So what it says, it has, hmm, no, I think I have given a wrong table name here. So let me give here the employee table, right? Employee. All right. And here also I should put employee table. Employee table. Okay. Now see, 5 records, 5 rows deleted, because I got how many records? Duplicate, only 5 records, right? Now if I run the duplicate, whether we have duplicate or not, it will change up no rows selected, because there is no duplicate record remaining. We have deleted, right? So if I want to see whether we have how many records, right? So before it was 20, I think I should get 15 now. Yeah, you see that duplicates are removed, only 15 records, 15 rows are remaining. All right. Now make sure, guys, you put a commit whenever you run a DML statement, right? Because DML is not auto commit and DDL is auto commit. So I, before that this, I just ran the delete, which is DDL. So I have to say commit. Otherwise, the changes will not be permanent. Okay. it will be reverted back again. Now you cannot roll it back, right? So okay. Now if I have to find there, so there is one more um, question that can be there, right? So you see here the full name is coming as first name, comma, last name, right? What if I need to load in my ETL target table as full name into two separate name, right? So the first name and the last name, right? So what is the query that I can use to validate that? Is the query that, let me run it. Probably this is the one. Okay, sorry, I missed it. I think I will cover it later. Yeah. So let me cover this number 8 first. Number 8. Okay. So here we are trying to see what is the first name and what is the last name. Okay, guys. Okay, it's coming in little different format because of the column size. But then, for example, if I would like to say employee number 1. Okay. So I would like to say full name also I want to take. Okay. And then if I say full name and here I will say employee number 1. I want to take it for employee number 1 where EMP number equal to 1. All right. So you see guys, the full name, I mean it is little not very readable format, that you see full name is Mayank Jain, and then what is the first name referring to this Mayank and the last name referring to Jain, right? So this is how we can segregate, one column based on certain, the separator. So in this case, the delimiter is the hyphen, right? Sorry, not hyphen, it's comma. So Mayank, comma, Jain, right? So Mayank is first name and Jain is the last name. So here what I have done is I have used the substring function, and then to locate the 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 comma, right? Where is the comma? And I would like to definitely take the first name will end just before the comma. So I would like to, here what I have tried to done is I have tried to get the location of this, and then -1 means up to here only, right? And in the last name, I have taken this substring and I have tried to locate this again, but my last name should start from here, right? So it should be +1. So location of this +1 is starting from here, right? So this is how I have taken it here, and we don't need to specify the last name because I want the last in the second index, right, from 2, right? Because in this case it will take you know um, it will take until end, right? End of the string. So no need to say the second one. Means the 2 from index only we have to say here. All right. So this is how you can segregate any of given field into two or multiple. You can separate it based on some delimiter, right? So instr function and substring you can use it. All right, guys. Now let's go back to this one, right? So there is a case. So for this case, right, in this table, for example, in this table, right, what I want to do is I want to find out the employee name and then corresponding manager name. So here we don't have manager name, right? But manager is also one of the employee, right? For example, employee name is Mayank Jain, and what is the manager name for that? Manager ID is 5, right? So manager ID is 5. So it should show that Mayank Jain and the manager name should be Pankaj Srivastav. All right. Similarly, for employee Rakesh Mohan, the it should be showing as a manager name as a Pankaj Srivastav, right? So this is how you should be getting it. So let's try whether our query is working. I think we have to use, so this is only one single table, right? The employee table, but we have to use the self join here, right? So this is, I think if you are aware that, there is a join, left outer join, right outer join, inner join, and there is also self join. Self join actually joins the table, the same table twice the same table with the different alias, but essentially you are considering, you are actually creating two copy of the same table and trying to join those, right? So if you want to get the meaningful information here, right? So let me just try to run this. the number 7, and we will see that whether we are getting the desired output or not, right? So let's run it. Good, guys. So you see that I have also taken the manager number. I don't want to take, then I can remove it. For example, if I don't want manager number, MGR number here, right? So I can simply remove it. All right. Essentially what I have done is I have taken the employee name and then the manager name as the full name, right? But I can just, what I can do is I can just say it here, MGR name. I will just give the alias name for this so that it is more clear. EMP name, something like that I can give. I just want to remove employee number also. All right. So now you see it's very clear. Employee name is Mayank Jain, manager name is this, but actually we are actually deriving the manager name from the same table only, right? So this is how you can use the self join. We've covered 8. We would like to cover number 9. So find out the department number who have less than 2 employees working, right? So if I would like to find this out, which all the departments are there where we have, sorry, less than, all right, I think should be less than 2, right? Okay. So probably, which means all employee, if there is a employee who is working in a single, only one department, right? So let's see if I think we should have one employee. I think I have seen there is one employee who is working in a department only. Yeah, 103, right? So if you see that, okay, all right. So if you see this employee, so here department, for department number 10 we have more records, but for department number 103 there is only single employee. This is the employee who is working in 103. So department number 103 having only single. So in other case, if we would like to know less than maybe who have less than 2 or more than 2, let's say for example, if I would like to say not this, okay, in this case, if I would like to say which are the departments are there which have more than 2 employees, right? So if I run 104, 104, 100, and all these departments are having more than 2 employees. Okay, means more than 2. So 3, 4, 5, something like that. All right, so more than 2 anyways. So this is how you can find out. Okay. Now the last question that we are going to cover is find the employee details. Uh, find the employees, employee name, and all the details basically. Uh, who are lowest paid. So last 2 employees who are lowest paid in the company, right? Least paid, yeah. So those 2 employee I would like to find out, right? So if I run this, not this, sorry, let me run this. This will give you the least paid employees. All right. Okay, so these are the 2 employees who are having the lowest paid salary, 13,000 and 12,000. So if I would like to check whether this is true, so I can even go and check it manually, right? So least paid, lowest paid, right? Not this one. This is the one, right? 40,000, 25,000, 17,000, 22, 36, 45. So 13 is one first we got, and then here 12. So these are the 2 employees, and those are actually in non-taxable bracket, right? Yes. If I say, the 3 employees, the lowest paid last 3 employees, if I would say, then I can just use this query, right? Okay. I can just use it, right? So instead of 2, I can say 3. Then I will get 17,000 also in that list. All right. So this employee we will get So this guy is also there, say 17,000, right? So all this, these are non-taxable uh, status, tax status, right? So guys, this is what I wanted to cover, and this 10 top 10 questions are very important. I will put all this information in my description box also in the YouTube video, so you can just copy paste and you can use it for you can also practice it. And believe me, these are these are the very good questions which you can expect in interviews, right? So even if you are going for you know uh, 2 to 4 years of development experience also, they might ask these questions, right? So but for tester and up to test lead position, these are very mandatory questions, so try to work on this. And so this is what I wanted to cover in this video. And yeah, I mean, this is what all I had to cover today. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And one thing, guys, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it, because I am going to put in some more videos. And see, right now I have started with covering the Unix basic commands, and that is required for testing and even development, ETL development. And then after that, I have covered some of the videos related to ETL testing, right? I have covered the Informatica, some of the transformations. I mean, those are not completed, but then I thought that this is also very important when you are going for interview, because the Unix and then ETL testing, all those series is still in progress. That will take time. But I thought that this will be very helpful for you if you are somebody is going for interview, right? So that's the reason I created this video. And for now, I think you can go through and try to understand and just practice them. I think these are the important questions. Okay, so please subscribe my channel so that you will get very useful videos for you, that will be helpful for you to learn something or for interviews also, right? So bye for now, and see you with the next video. Happy learning, guys. Bye.